Streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my mind on them stacks, cause that green give you cloud. If it's bread making, baby, I'ma always go that route. I put my work in the streets, rapping shot on these beats. A lazy man gon' stop, but a grinder always gon' eat. Everybody can't do what I do, that's why I'm crushing your crew. From Chi-Town, Memphis, Tennessee, and all through the Lou. I'm so fresh and so new, got a hot album too. I came out of nowhere and I'm taking all of these suckers' juice. I keep my promo in these bones, keep that powder out my nose. I'm staying focused, man, with a million copies sold.
This Chicago,
say my name. What's my name? Say my name.
King Kong ain't got get on me.
Stayed on the scene, stayed on my green. I ain't never gonna let nobody talk me out of rolling with my team. Y'all know what I mean. It's money hungry fiends. They think they can outsmart you by selling you a dream. But I stay grinding cause I'm bread making, homie. And they can't figure me out because they really don't know me. You got that paper, show me. My mama didn't name me Toby. These suckers want slaves, but I'm shaking them like Kobe. It's real in the field. I'm the eye on the meal. I'm that hollow point tip, pointing at you ready to
This
kill.
Chicago.
These suckers better chill, but the axe brother will. The king is in the building, so you haters take a meal. Say my name. What's my name?
King Kong ain't got get on me.
Say my name.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We get to talk about basketball, guys. We get to talk about basketball. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Tune in. We coming in. Please tune in. Tune in. Get listen, wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. Y'all already know. Good morning. Good morning. As you come in, hit the like button. Please subscribe. You know what I mean? If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you have a super chat or a super sticker, please give to the channel as we build this channel and continue to build this channel as you guys have been with me in this walk, this journey that I have taken on, this journey that I have been on for the last 2 seasons of the WNBA, and now I'm about to go into a second season of the college games, and the first season of NBA basketball, and the second season of NFL football. So y'all, man, listen, we ain't doing nothing but growing, and got a whole lot to do over the winter time. Of course, the fall, the winter, and then springtime. We will have so much to talk about, so much to review, so much to report. But we gonna start this show off, of course, with my favorite subject and my favorite love, Chicago Sky basketball. Well, Chicago Sky has no way of entering the playoffs. Let's all, us that watch this program, let's get it in our heads and understand what type of stuff that we're watching, the type of dominance that we're watching right now in the WNBA. Let's get it in our minds what we're looking at in the total dominance that is going on throughout the whole entire WNBA that Chicago just really don't have. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck with each other, that we won't be disappointed. Chicago Cheetah, how you doing? Good morning. That we're not going to see our great loving team that we love to rep and put on our jerseys and hoodies and everything that we wear. You know, we are not going to see that play out for us. It didn't go well for us this season. From the total injuries to the people just walking away, and some would say Skylar Diggins quit on the team. Some would say Skylar Diggins was smart to reserve her body for the next season. Some would say Skylar Diggins was just pissed off. Me, I would say let a player be what a player be, and let her do what she gonna do, because you can't stop what God got for you. Bars. So I wanted to let everybody know, that, you know, players have choices to make. Players have decisions to make. Players have a lot of choices to come on the court and do what they supposed to do. And off the court, make sure that they are also making a brand and a name for themselves. This has always been. Some players just don't make a brand and a name for themselves. Some players just want to play basketball and don't want to get into other things unless it's a brand that they're wearing during the game, which is, you know, the Nike or the Reebok or the Adidas or whatever the brand is. Most basketball players that I've came into experience did not learn how to legitimately take care of themselves overall for as the branding is concerned. What is branding, bro, Claude? Everything that you see Angel did, everything that you saw Michael Jordan do, everything that you see LeBron James do, everything that you saw even Kobe and Magic and different ones at their time, the branding. Well, you have to be, only certain ones got picked for that. Not really, and not necessarily, because Dennis Rodman was able to make himself a brand name, and he was not a 30-point scorer, 30-point scorer. It's about how you go into this game and how you present yourself in the game and what you want to be, and show the world what you have in you. You know what I mean? So I wanted to say welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. This is Steady Serving Sports ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. Shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Shout out to Get That Off Your Chest podcast. Y'all, we'll be back this Sunday. You know what I mean? With the podcast, man. There was a tornado in Chicago. And then, of course, continuous rain here in this city this summer has not been well for us. That's those of us that's in Chicago. We've been dealing with tornado scares. It's been raining a lot. It has not been a bright summer all this summer that I can, you know what I mean? This has been probably in my life of 50 years. This is probably the worst summer that we've had that I could ever witness. That was just like if a tornado season. So you guys, as I go on, I want to give a word to my sponsors.
Got a package for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I've been waiting for this.
You are very welcome. Have a great day.
Reese was still dominant. That's what I'm gonna give y'all.
Bread House Butters and Essentials keeps my skin looking good and smelling good. Their pineapple and mango scented shea butter are my favorite.
Hey there.
Hey, baby, did you buy that shea butter that smell good?
You know I brought some Bread House Butters.
The streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about. Keep my...
So you guys, I would like to say those of you that's coming in. I know some people didn't get their notifications. That people are telling me right now saying I didn't get this. I didn't get this notification. Well, we gonna work on that. We gonna try to, you know, see what YouTube is doing. Sometimes they notify the people, sometimes they don't. I just gotta keep the show going and keep on with it. Good morning as you come in. Hey, live, love, laugh. How you doing? Green Thumb, I love you. I appreciate you so much. I thank you so much, Sister Bernadine. Good morning. If you didn't get the notification, I'm sorry, because sometimes that's just what YouTube does. So we're going to get on with it, though. You know, get your coffee, get your breakfast, get comfortable, pull up. Hey, my big girl, pull up to something, because if you went to sleep early last night, you missed a lot of stuff that happened in this WNBA. We had buckets, we had dominance. We also had somebody almost give away a 28-point lead. Lord have mercy, New York. We had Jackie Young turn into Special Agent Zero and started handing out buckets. Yeah, maybe because a lot of people say Dejanay Carrington was in the building. I'm just saying, I ain't being messy or nothing like Keisha. Keisha messy. That ain't me. I ain't doing that. Anyway, we had Atlanta walk into Connecticut and basically say, we ain't come here to play with y'all. Rhyne Howard, 29 points. Allisha Gray, twinsies. That's 58 points between two people. I'm just telling y'all, man, what else is it to watch? I mean, the game was like, oh my God, we still got a lot of this left. Thank you, Sister Bernadine. I appreciate it so much. That's gonna help me. That's gonna help me with some of the stuff that got blown away, or destroyed or crushed outside. Y'all, my backyard and front yard was crazily crushed. I thank y'all, man, for when y'all donate. Of what happened with the tornado in my neighborhood and right in front of my house and the damage to my house. So I appreciate y'all, man, and y'all have been hitting me on the Instagram, the TikToks, and the Facebook, and asking if my family was well. I thank y'all, man, for that. I don't like to play victim either. I'm one of those ones, pull your boots up. I'm one of them guys that a thing is a thing, and if something happens, you just gotta be able to deal with it. But the devastation, you guys, if I go through my neighborhood and show you guys some clippings, I'm gonna just take some of those clippings to get today and just show you how some people just literally lost their homes, and some people still have lights out. I got my lights yesterday, but me and my children, we had to sleep. Basically, we had to sleep outside because it was just so hot. And it was hot, so we slept outside. We couldn't even sleep in the house because we had no electricity. But I'm gonna definitely I'm being invested, because now all of a sudden we have a tornado season, we have a high wind season for as tornadoes is concerned in our neighborhood all of a sudden, and now the grids are going out. So I'm gonna just invest in a generator for my house, and it is what it is, y'all. It's just devastating. I went out yesterday to work, and the stuff that's happening, it took me about an hour just to get to my location because everything is still out, the stoplights, and it's just bad, y'all. It really looked like a war zone, and it's like unbelievable. You know what I mean? And I hear people talk about the devastation of what happened of an earthquake or some type of disaster. That I believe in the Creator. I believe in the God that makes rain, hail, snow, earthquakes happen. I believe in that, and He's angry with us. So I appreciate those who come in and donate. I really do, y'all. Y'all have been hitting the cash out. I want to say thank you to every single person that has been, donating and supporting. I lost the whole car. My 300 is crushed. It's y'all saw the 300, the light, all of the, yeah. So it's gonna take. You don't want to call your insurance for, your car that you're not using, because it really, the crappy insurance for that, because of course, that's your beater of some sorts. But, the 300 to be all right. We'll get a more of a windshield and the side glass, and, that's just small little stuff that you don't really, sit in and call the insurance about those type of things, because y'all know, being a homeowner, you call insurance, your insurance triples. When you make a claim on your insurance, the insurance triples, and then you're paying not $1,500 on your insurance, you're paying $4,000. That's how my insurance on one of my claims that happened, it tripled. So those who are homeowners, y'all know that the insurance in America is diabolical. Seriously, straight savage. I mean, really, they stealing. I mean, you pay more for insurance than you even pay on your mortgage. And I think that's such a crappy thing for these insurance companies to go out and gouge and try to steal from the American people on just simple insurance. So when y'all see these State Farm commercials and all of these, even what's the name of that? The one with the Liberty, all of that stuff. They price gouge and they steal from the American people, and they double, you know what I mean? Those of us that's homeowners, they double, in some prices are triple what you pay on your mortgage. So your mortgage has your insurance that is more than your mortgage. Your insurance payment for the year is more than your mortgage. Is that added in and make your mortgage go up a whole nother $1,200 a month. It's like crazy work, y'all. So, it is what it is. I mean, really, 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 I do not like none of the mortgage companies. I think that was the biggest hoax and the biggest scheme that America has put into. And I also, think that, we continuously play this stuff, and they make hand over foot more and more money than actually being put out. So that was my take on it. Thank you, Sister Belinda. I love you, Sister Belinda Bernadine Dorsey. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I had Sister Belinda on my mind last night. She in Chicago, y'all. So I don't know if Sister Belinda got affected with it, but hopefully she didn't. But Sister Belinda will let y'all know that it's real bad out here, the whole south side of Chicago, going into Indiana, because y'all know I'm on the border. So I got cousins that's in Indiana that has gotten affected too. They hold, they did this nice backyard thing and putting big, things out in whatever they call those kiosks and all of that stuff out there in their backyard, all that stuff going. Yeah, everything gone. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Sister Bernadine Dorsey. I appreciate you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. And then, of course, thank you, Mr. 6688. Said, good morning, bro. Claude in the chat. Good morning to you. I see you, PG. I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to clap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you very, very much. Yeah. Listen. So we gonna get into 58 points by the twins. Yeah, the two people that everybody always get to see the guard play on Atlanta, that most people will say up and down. But for the most part, these two young ladies, Rhyne Howard and Allisha Gray, have been dominant. And everybody's going to look at Angel Reese and say, well, Angel only scored 8 points. Hold up, because that is exactly where we're going to talk about today. If you think domination is domination in basketball is only about how many points somebody scores, you're watching the stat sheet instead of watching the basketball game. Angel Reese gave Atlanta 8 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 steals. 7 stocks, 15 boards. 4 blocks, 15 boards, 3 steals. Atlanta beat Connecticut by 35 points. So I'm going to give y'all the whole picture this morning, not one statistic, not one highlight, the whole basketball picture. And then we got to go to New York, Wody Mac. Lord have mercy. New York, what the hell y'all was doing with a 28-point lead in the fourth quarter? God. 29-point lead, had 28 scored on your head. God, what is going on with y'all? Almost gave the whole thing away. The Sparks came back like somebody told them that the building was closing and they had 5 minutes to save their season forever. So today, Jackie Young, Atlanta, Angel Reese, Rhyne Howard, and Allisha Gray, the Aces, the Liberty, the Sparks, the playoff picture. We're serving it all to you. Let's start in Vegas because Jackie Young was different last night. 32 points, season high, 10 for 14 shooting, 5 3-pointers. And here's the part I really want y'all to understand. She wasn't just scoring when the game did not matter. Washington was trying to stay around. Sha'Carri Austin was trying to prove a point that she could take on the GOAT. And in the fourth quarter, Jackie Young scored 12 consecutive Las Vegas points, 12 straight. That's when I called somebody that, you know what I mean, on the phone and said, tell Dejanay to get her $5 ass up off the court side so Jackie Young can stop showing up and showing out, y'all. Go get, the lady with the 613 on her head, because Jackie Young, she is showing up and showing out tonight. I'm just saying, we seen Jackie Young, the gun, get down, but you know what I mean, she was a crowd pleaser last night. Who was in the crowd? You know, Dejanay Carrington was in the crowd, so it was significant to her. The coaches who all know that Jackie Young is about to get the ball. You know who's getting the ball when A'ja Wilson is not being A'ja Wilson sometimes. And we know that Jackie Young say, okay, go sit on down, because I'm coming. Washington, listen, Washington couldn't stop. Washington, Sha'Carri Austin was trying to say, I'm going to take it to her and we going to do this. But then nobody else come with her. I mean, hey, Kiki was running over everybody. I mean, that's just what we saw. Kiki started getting into foul trouble. They had to take Kiki out the game. Sonya Citron did her thing. She just so smooth, though. I got to give a shout out to Sonya Citron. That was one of my babies, you know what I'm saying, over there, you know what I mean, in Notre Dame. I did want her, but no, Jeff P didn't want her. Jeff Pagliosha wrapped her up and said she was not going to be any good and threw her to Washington. What a dummy. Anyway, that's the big time basketball playing. When your GOAT is able to sit down, we talk so much about A'ja Wilson on this team. When we discuss Las Vegas, we are talking about A'ja Wilson, rightfully so, right? But this is why Las Vegas is dangerous. What happens when you put all the defense attention against A'ja Wilson? And Jackie Young's gives you a 32 biscuit, you know what I'm saying, with some, you know what I mean, with some mild sauce that I can't eat no more. You know, the doctor told me I can't have barbecue sauce, tomato salt, tomato paste, ketchup, and vinegar, stuff like that. So the doctor said that I can't have them type of condiments because they inflammatory. I'm just saying that that's what they told me. So I can't eat that type of stuff. And I don't be eating barbecue sauce no more, y'all. I just maybe take a little bit of Himalaya and I put it on my chicken, and then I eat my chicken like that. And then I be grilling a lot. So y'all know I be grilling. So don't worry about how I get my chicken. I'm not a fried chicken food, okay? Not me. I'm just saying I go outside even in the wintertime and hit the grill. So don't worry about me eating fried chicken all the time. So, okay. Anyway, we was just talking about chicken, and you know, big boys, we talk about, you know, big people, we talk about some chicken, and then, you know, we get to, you know what I mean, we get to talk about the food, you know what I mean, and then, you know, sometimes, you know, we don't even get the side order. Hey, honey, what's that? Well, yes, I did. Anyway, hey, brother K-Sap, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? How you doing, brother? Good morning to the boss here in the building. That's what a championship team has. When you got a Jackie Young the gun, when you got a Chelsea Gray that can pass the ball out of the mind, and then of course the others come to play basketball. You stop playing A, cool. Here comes plan B. You slow plan B, here comes something else. Asia still gave Las Vegas 15 points, but Jackie was the elite talent that was need to be seen last night. And at 83-76 victory, Las Vegas scored its sports in the playoffs. Las Vegas sealed its spot in the playoffs, y'all. And so congratulations to the Aces for sealing a berth in the playoffs. Let me clean my stuff. My glasses is messed up, y'all. Stuff is going on, man. I'm trying to read, and they got spots all up in it. I'm going around the spots like I'm crazy. But they ain't trying to simply say, get out of here. You know what I mean? They wasn't trying to say, okay, get out of here, and you know what I'm saying? Dejanay is up in this building, and you know what I mean? And you watch the Mystics get on up out of Las Vegas because your time is up here. No, they weren't basically just saying get out of here. They told them to get your ass out of here, showing up and showing out in here, Sha'Carri Austin. Get up out of here, because you up in here acting like you gonna dominate the GOAT, which she did pretty much the whole game. You know what I mean? Lanessa Smith, and you know, the GOAT was like, man, this girl is playing real hard today. But Washington is something that I feel like there's gonna be a team that's gonna be able to be, you know what I mean, pretty much there in the playoffs, because everybody gonna be shocked. Everybody gonna be shocked. You know, I'm just saying, when you got Jackie Young playing like that and clicking on all cylinders, Asia Wilson clicking on all cylinders and doing just the little small things, and she didn't have to score 20, 30 points to make them get over the hump, and she just hitting a little small little midi, taking a few, you know what I mean, things, blocking a few shots, and you know, playing a little defense. You got Chelsea Gray over there doing the thing, and then the Mamba showed up last night. You know what I'm saying? Even though she wins, don't be, you know what I mean, giving her no love. You know what I'm saying? Live, laugh, love, talking about love. What's up, Hog Boss, my brother? Hey, y'all, when y'all come in, hit the like button. So, now we're talking about some real basketball that, you know, we had to talk about what we talking about. And Atlanta was very dominant last night. I didn't want Angel to finish the game, chat, because it was no need for her to finish the game. I didn't want her to get hurt. If you guys watched the Players Club last night, I was telling Keisha and Tony, I didn't basically want, you know, Angel to continue to be in the game, because there was no need for her to be in the game, chat. There was no need for Angel to be playing this game and make, you know what I mean, make anything of it when they already was beating them by 26 points. I was like, well, it's time for Angel to come out, because y'all already know somebody talk to Semesco and let him know that, Semesco, please don't get Angel injured. I mean, I was on pins and needles. I was like, would you get this girl up out the game? Would you get her up out the game? God, Angel, you know what I mean, had dominated the whole entire beginning of the game. And, you know, we saw, you know, her do her thing, and they were doubling, tripling. They was holding on to Angel. Angel hit the floor about 3-4 different times. And ain't nobody trying to Connecticut. So Atlanta Dream beat Connecticut 104-69. and it just wasn't even a close game and something to even watch. I mean, especially getting Anisha Merrow off that squad, it didn't even look like they had any fight. Brittany Grinder was playing in the game. She went on and sat down. She was like, oh, they ain't come to play. So we ain't see Brittany Grinder no more last night. You know what I'm saying? We came into your building and handled the business. That's all it is, Connecticut. Don't get mad. You know what I mean? They was mad about, certain calls, and they was on, you know what I mean? They was on top of you could hear from the crowd. They was booing. They was they was booing Angel. They was booing Ryan. They was booing, you know what I mean? They was booing everybody. They know that this is their last year because they team got sold, and then they're gonna be off to Houston. So I guess they're giving them a hurrah, a goodbye, and all. Rhyne Howard and Allisha Gray, good gracious, Lord have mercy. Rhyne Howard started it off, and she was, just kept shooting and shooting and shooting. She had 5 3-pointers for 29 points. Allisha Gray then started saying, okay, you gonna do this? Okay, this half is mine. And then she had 29 points. And then at the end of the game, they had 58 points combined and say twinsies. I mean, two of the best players almost that you could ever see on the wing had almost 60 points in a game last night. Dang. We know that NBA players can take off for 60, but I mean, when you have 2 dominant players, 2 dominant wings, and they clicking on both cylinders, and they come out and they on your team and they raining it like that, it's kind of like they wasn't ready. That was just ridiculous. Here's what make Atlanta dangerous. Who do you guard first? Do you guard Rhyne Howard? So when you guard Rhyne Howard, can you keep Allisha Gray down? You know what I'm saying? Allisha Gray starts eating and eating and eating. And then if you try to focus now on Allisha Gray, you got the others. Of course, Angel Reese is in the center of the conversation. And how, when you're trying to shut those down, we know what Angel Reese always does in a game. She shows up, shows out every time that she's needed. What's going on, Brother Jonathan? Angel Reese definitely is probably one of the most dominant people that you can actually have on your team. Angel had 8 points, and she had 8 points. What's the big deal? What is the big deal of Angel having 8 points? They want to put it in Twitter X about Angel having 8 points. We don't care if Angel had 8 points in a 30-point win. Who cares about that? Angel had 8 points. Okay, all right. So now keep reading. She had 15 rebounds. Keep reading. She had 4 blocks. Keep reading. She had 3 steals. Now let's talk. Angel Reese had 7 combined blocks and steals. She grabbed 15 boards. Atlanta on the post. Reporting says that Angel Reese, did not impact the game with a scoring onslaught by Rhyne Howard and Allisha Gray. I mean, I'm tired of these people that's in these papers, y'all. I'm serious, man. These Yahoo Sport writers. But the impact that Angel Reese gives every single night and what she put up, the 15 boards and 7 combined blocks and steals. 8 points? I mean, damn. You trying to say, look. No, look at what she did and how she did it and how she made her way of getting 15 points and creating second chance shots for her team. So those 29 points that Rhyne Howard had and those 29 points that Allisha Gray had, somebody had to get the rebound because all of those wasn't just straight shots that went into the hoop. I'm just saying. So you can't say she shot the ball 15, 16 times like somebody else and 20 and 25 times like somebody else. No, she didn't do that. She simply made her dominance known, and then let everybody know that down here we gonna fight for it down here. I ain't got to put up a whole lot of shots. If I get it, I'm gonna take it. If not, then hey, my girls got it tonight. So why in the world do I need Angel Reese taking 20 shots when my two teammates are cooking like hot fish grease? Why in the world do I need Angel Reese to do such a thing? That's not winning basketball. Winning basketball is having understanding. Who does my team need what does my team need from me tonight? Howard and Gray got buckets. Angel, go get the basket. Go get the basketball, Angel. Protect the paint, Angel. Create possessions, Angel. Defend, Angel. Bring energy, Angel. Make Connecticut feel every time that they go down at the bottom of that rim that you are present, Angel. That's what we get from Angel. I'm just saying. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Wife and her. Yeah. Go over there to that channel, y'all. The boss asking y'all to, go subscribe to the new podcast. Wives with one mic, two wives, one mic. Go over there to that podcast. Two wives, one mic. So my barbershop talk, because we be talking and everything. Now I'm going to do this one because I know it's going to start something. Can a player dominate a basketball game while scoring fewer than 10 points? Absolutely. Dennis Rodman did it. Ben Wallace did it. Draymond Green has done it and still doing it. There's different ways of controlling basketball games. Now, I'm not comparing Angel Reese to those players because they're men. I'm talking about the principle of basketball. Scoring is one component of impact. Rebounds matter. Defense matter. Possessions matter. Rim protection matters. Steals matter. And if somebody gives you 15 boards, 4 blocks, and 3 steals in a 35-point victory, I'm not sitting here saying she didn't do anything because she's only scored 8 points. That's lazy basketball analysis. And we know that everybody, that's in that other world on that other side are very lazy. The only thing that they want to see is who scored what, who scored when, and who scored, period. No, that's lazy basketball. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Now pull up your camera and run your camera back. Don't forget one. Let's talk about Atlanta could become one of the biggest talks of the playoffs. Rhyne Howard, can stretch the floor. Allisha Gray can score. She can stretch the floor, and she's very, very streak in, onslaught, attack the basket type of player. Angel Reese can rebound, create second possessions, run the ball, also play point, bringing the ball down and creating passes. You've got athleticism, you got defensive possibilities, you got different ways to win. That is what matters in the postseason. Not this one did that and that one only did this and that one. No. So if Rhyne Howard gets trapped, Allisha Gray is open. They swing to Allisha Gray, and Allisha Gray got a cold shoot night. Who gonna get the ball? If Rhyne Howard is trapped, that's Angel Reese. And we all know Angel is gonna score. Angel don't need 20 points, to help Atlanta dominate. Angel Reese needs to be Angel Reese and what she brings to the table. So what's the problem? The problem is that they can't get her out of their head. She got condos in your head. Yeah, she got condos in your head and she living there. She got condos in your head. I couldn't believe when I was looking at Twitter, it's like, So they want an Angel to score 30 and 45 points against Connecticut like somebody we know. Because that's the only game that they're going to get off on. It's the lowercase teams. I'm just saying. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Listen, I'm just saying. It's just the facts of the matter. They want to see Angel Reese score 45 points. Okay, you can have that, buddy. You can have that. Watch this as we go down in the playoffs, and then, you know what I'm saying, your team be up out of here. I'm just saying, Indiana. Now, Wody Matt, let's get to Brooklyn. New York Liberty fans, y'all can breathe now because your team won last night 85-81. That's good news. Here's the bad news. New York entered the fourth quarter with a gigantic lead. At one point, the Liberty were ahead 28 points. 28 points. This game was over. People probably changed the channel. Folks started brushing their teeth. Somebody told their spouse, I'm coming to bed. This game is done. No, it wasn't. Some people messed up and was walking out of the game thinking that New York had just did the job. Los Angeles said, hold on, wait a minute, and Rae Burrell started hooping. 28 points, 5 threes, and 20 of these points came in the fourth quarter. 20 in one quarter, Los Angeles put together a 21-0 run. Read that again. A 21-0 run. A 21-0 run. After trailing by 28, that's insanity. New York, what you got going on over there? New York won the game, and when it matters, Sabrina Ionescu finished with 20 points and made the late free throws, but the championship level team have to examine how they won last night. You cannot get comfortable. You cannot turn off the switch. You cannot say, we're up 28, they're done, because professional athletes don't quit. And Los Angeles proved that, especially having NECA, MK over there, the president over there saying, man, they got us on national TV and this stuff going on. We better wake up. Wake up. And let's get to going. What's going on, Bob Jones? Listen, New York provoked Los Angeles last night, and Rae Burrell saw them laughing on the sideline, laughing on the bench. She said, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Y'all laughing? Okay, watch this. So, get a spark some respect. And I'm not just, you know what I mean, gonna lay out this entire story because New York Liberty just collapsed. They absolutely looked lost and lethargic, and they couldn't figure it out because, you know what I mean, I got to give it up to Los Angeles because they deserve it. I got to give it up to Rae Burrell because she deserves it. It takes something to be down 28 points and still compete. It takes a lot from a team not to fold under that type of big deficit of points in the fourth quarter. Players start thinking about the next game, but LA fought back. Rae Burrell was sensational. She gave them a 28-point biscuit, gave them 5 threes. She nearly became the face of one of the wildest comeback victories of the season, but they lost. There's no second place trophy, but the moral victory, if y'all want to talk about it, was the fourth quarter where New York got their purse and their wallet stole, and they was running down the street trying to catch the thief. that had stolen. Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Somebody stopped them. And then somebody tripped that person up. And that person who snatched the bag fell on the ground. And they was able to recover their wallet. So New York got out of that by the chin. Rae Burrell had 28 points, 5 threes, 24th quarter points. She almost pulled off something ridiculous. And then you guys, Wody Mack would have been the laughing stock of the day because losing a fourth quarter 28-point lead and then lose the game to a Rae Burrell that was coming. Listen, Rae Burrell signed a training camp contract this year. That just shows you the debacle that Las Vegas don't know what the hell they doing in the first place. But Rae Burrell, they was trying not to eat. They was trying to cut Rae Burrell. Even after Unrivaled, even the progress, hey, Mama June, even the progress that Rae Burrell, I was talking to Keisha last night, and I thought that Unrivaled was something for a lot of the players, at least 90 to 95% of the players that played in Unrivaled. That is a great off season for these players. They having great seasons with the Unrivaled, off season play in the league of Unrivaled. I think that is a really good. Look at Kelsey Mitchell, y'all. God, Kelsey Mitchell is got her name in the MVP race this year. Straight up. Look at, come on, man. Caleb McBride, all of those players. Y'all didn't know that Caleb McBride even existed. I was telling y'all in 2024 about McBuckets. Y'all was like, oh, I don't care nothing about no McBuckets. And her name ain't Buckets. She got to show me. Well, boss, I think she showed you enough now. Thank you. And thank you very much. Bro Claw, you got that one right. Out of the many things that you get wrong. This case, out of all the stuff you get wrong, you got that one right. Okay, Olivia Mouse. No, let's not talk about that. There you go, trying to pull and toot your own horn. I'm a rapper. I supposed to toot my own horn. Ain't that the art of the craft? To talk and brag about myself. Damn. So, Rhyne Howard and Allisha Gray, I'm cheating. I'm putting that together because how I supposed to separate 29 to 29 twinsies. I ain't supposed to separate that. That was a total destruction of what happened in Connecticut. And Connecticut, like, oh Lord, Connecticut. Look, Connecticut Sun's like, oh Lord, please. When is it gonna? When can we go to Houston? Oh, BG, like, when can I go home? Shit, I could lose like this and go to my house and eat some cornbread. At least I'll be close to Las Vegas so I can go down there to my other home. No, she ain't gonna be able because she's divorcing that wife. That wife was like, get out. Yeah, I ain't into that. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to Keisha them. I'm gonna leave that talk. I don't know what's going on in that relationship. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what happened. So don't let the box score fool you what you learned today. Angel Reese, with what she did in the game and impactful, is exactly what people need to see. It doesn't, you don't have to make a screenshot in a scoring column and then put it on Twitter X or post it on Instagram or have something that you can brag about on there because, we do that. You know what I'm saying? We do that. I'm guilty of that too. When she scored them 20, 21, 26. You know what I'm saying? I do. I like when she scored too. But we talking about the Angel Reese effect. Winning basketball. Wanting to be in Atlanta just to win. We talking about a real period in time where the Chicago Sky traded one of the most dominant players, maybe in history, in Jeff Pagliosha, because of your switchy witchy ways, your bitchy witchy ways. You couldn't get it done, Michael Alter. It was you too. And whispers is out there as you smiling in Angel Reese face in the All-Star game. You let it happen. You didn't sanction it. You didn't say, no, we're not going to get rid of our money grabber because of that money laundering thing that y'all making. The money laundering, the heroin. I don't know, allegedly. I'm just saying that they got going on the tax write-off that they need to do again so he could pay the other affiliates that is in the organization because they ain't seen the payday in 20 years. Michael Alter been paying himself and getting the business done himself and ain't been putting it in no facility. I'm just saying, I'm tired of Chicago now. So, what did we learn about today? Number one, Las Vegas is ready for the postseason, and they are a shoe-in. Number two, Atlanta has multiple ways of destroying you. Number three, New York better shape up or ship out because they going to be in trouble. And if New York play Indiana Fever, I'm just being honest with you. If that's the East Coast matchup, New York, you're gonna be in trouble. So you better, I don't know if you gotta lose, win games, try to stay where you at. Because I don't see you, you know what I mean? I don't see it being matched up, you know what I mean, with no other team that's in, you know what I mean, the league right now. I don't see you guys really being matched up with something. You know what I mean, like that. It says, I love seeing Angel play lockdown defense, and I also got pissed when Edwards was literally on Angel back along with the other fouling. Heard those referees didn't do anything. No, Mama June, they don't do nothing. They don't do anything. William Goins in the building. What's going on? You've been super busy. I see you up in here. I see my boy, my brother from another mother. You must have been busy this summer because I ain't seen you. And then here go my boy. What's up, Robert Jones? What's going on, man? What's good with you, man? I was in here talking about Angel Reese dominant, and they was putting stuff on Twitter X about 8 points. And that's, I mean, it's a whole lot of ways to skin a cat, and they only know one that can, you know, not be touched coming up the court, who they don't want to be touched, and shoot logo three and be 21%. Be 21% at the 3-point line. God damn. That's all they see. I mean, that's all they worry about. And then try to finagle their way into the MVP conversation, which that ain't gonna happen. Stop it. You know what I mean? Listen, y'all. Candace Parker has something to say about the MVP race. We don't listen to Candace because we know Candace is the ops, and she is forever gonna be on the op list. And she be like, "Why? What did I do? I didn't do nothing." But Candace, you're gonna forever be on the op list. You did that. We didn't do it.
I think in terms of MVP, it may not be in this order, but to me, it's A'ja Wilson, surprise, surprise, Olivia Miles,
Kelsey Mitchell.
Can I get there?
Oh, my bad.
Kelsey Mitchell, Paige Beckers. Those are my 4. I think you could swap, but I think Olivia Miles gets the edge just because they're the number 1 team in the league. You know, they're head and shoulders, I would say, above. But yeah, I think A'ja Wilson, again, unless voters get tired, this midseason. Yeah, it's hard not to have her in the conversation.
So, Indiana Fever fans, y'all know that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on y'all team, right? Y'all know that Kelsey Mitchell is actually the best player on Indiana Fever. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all know that Kelsey Mitchell is actually really supposed to be in the MVP conversation. So y'all don't tell me nothing about this ain't black and white. Don't tell me nothing that it ain't about her being white. It's all about her being white. It's all about Caitlin Clark being white. Nothing else, real money. It's all about Caitlin Clark being a white girl that can play basketball in the Midwest for a bum-ass team, Iowa Hawkeyes, who scored all of the points for the Iowa Hawkeyes, who was predominantly the only offense that the Iowa Hawkeyes had. Coming into the W, because this is the W. There are other great players that's on that team. And I don't want to hear nothing about who said what and what need to be said about this. Kelsey Mitchell putting together 25, 35, 30-point biscuits. So this is a racial thing. This is a unanimous racial thing. Because if it was not a racial thing, we would not be putting Caitlin Clark in any of this subject. It's a narrative that they know that they have failed. She is not the best player on the Indiana Fever's team. And yes, could you see the diabolicalness of KTV and angry fans and John the Liquidator and Adrian Ross won't speak up, and she's a black woman, and Brian McDaniel, whatever, not like us, whatever his name, try to ignore Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell, she's gonna shoot. She's got the ball. She's just Kelsey Mitchell. She's gonna be in the way. She won't let Caitlin do what she do. The diabolicalness of them saying Kelsey Mitchell won't get out of Caitlin Clark's way. We all in the culture see you because you were paid to sell your soul for a white girl that they had planned on being the best player, undoubtedly, unanimously in the WNBA, and to be better than Angel Wilson. To be better than the greatest player of all time. To be better than Breanna Stewart. These people are so ignorant that they hate Kelsey Mitchell for being the best player on their team, and they hate to admit that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player for the Indiana Fever. Real money, do you hate your mother, real money? Do you hate your mom? Let me ask you a question. Do you hate your mother? I'm here. I'm putting your ass on the spot since you did that. Do you hate your mama or your grandmama? Do you hate them? Do you hate your parents? Your mother, your grandmama, your aunties? You hate your cousins? I'm putting you to the test right now. Because you can't have no love for black women and you doing this type of thing. You can't have no love. Did some black woman do something to you? Did your parents, did your mama, or somebody, do you hate them? I love my mama. Shit, I showed y'all my mama last night. No, I'm just saying your mama is a black woman. And would you let someone do your mama like that? The way that you ignore black women. That's my whole point. The whole one, do you want a white woman to be chose over your mother? That's what I'm asking. We keeping it real money. You don't want what bring my. I ain't say nothing bad about your damn mama, because obviously she did what she had to do to raise your ass. And I know she's shaking her goddamn head the way you munching right now. So I ain't saying nothing. I asked you a question. Do you love your mother? I love mine. My mama was a beautiful black woman. So yes, I'm prone to protect, honor, and respect my black woman, because my mama was that. But you prone to protect this girl and disrespect Kelsey Mitchell. Disrespect the best player on that team. That's what our mamas got to do about it. Because you totally ignore what exactly has happened. And you play games with that. You can't be real with your money if you fugazi with your gold. Bars. You can't be real with your money and you fugazi with your gold. Because that's 24 karat plated and not 24 karat gold like Kelsey Mitchell is to the Indiana Fever. That's what it is. And I'm just saying we're going to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on Indiana Fever. And yes, she should be in the MVP conversation. And Caitlin Clark, she also had a slow season. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She didn't have an MVP season. As of late, they trying to put the offense together to ramp it up, but it's only a few games left. The whole entire season have been playing. So real money, you can't run around here with food stamps and want us to accept that as real money. That shit is what buy government cheese. That shit is what buy the generics in, the generic stuff in all these. I'm just being honest with you. Real money. If you're a real man, you got to admit that the best player on your team is Kelsey Mitchell. And that is what it is. I know we hate it, but see, I'm just telling y'all straight up. Y'all know, like I told y'all last night, I ain't going back and forth. Yeah, because what I'm saying, listen, you can't go back and forth because what I said was simple as that. Put them in the body bag, y'all, because I got them tied up. That's what they, now go drink that fifth of Ripple and say, oh, that Unc was on there tripping. He was on there talking about mamas. Yeah, man, I talk about mamas because my mama, that's my mama. That's my mama right there. Look how fine my mama was when she was alive. Yeah. See that? That's my mama. That's the pride. See, look at my beautiful mama. Look at my mama. That's my mama. Yeah. That's my mama. So yes, real money. It's about your mama. Because my mama look like that. That is my mother. My mother looks like that. That's my mom. This is my mother who birthed me in the world that I know I have to honor, respect, and protect. My mother was my favorite thing on this planet. My mother was who I love so much. That's my grandmother. My mother's mother was fine, brother. See that? My mother's mother. My grandmother will shake her head with some of the responses that you have, that you put in the chat. That is my mother's mother, my grandmother. She was such a good person to me, and me and her was born in November. We the same zodiac sign. My grandmother was an MVP of my life. My grandmother, we didn't call my grandmother grandmama. We called my grandmother mama. That's my grandmother. And this is my grandmother's mother. Oh, native. So that's my grandmama's mama. I ain't getting in my feelings. I'm just telling you. You in your feelings. Because you the one to say what mama got to do with it. Because I'm showing you what it got to do with it. It's bigger than what you're doing. You're ignoring actually what it is. You're ignoring to acknowledge black women. That's basketball. You're ignoring the reality of the game in the basketball. And this is the WNBA is 70 to 75% black women and LGBTQ. So my grandmother, that her name was Jane. My mother was named after. This is my grandmother, Annie Mae. That's the Annie Mae that I be telling y'all, Annie Mae Nixon. That's my grandmama. And then, of course, my beautiful mama. I always was bragging on people in my school, like my mama looked better than yours. Hey, chat. When my mama come up to my school, they be trying to holler at my mama. My mama was a bad girl, boy. That's why I was fine. My mama was a bad girl. And she taught me a whole lot about black women. Even though my mother was light-skinned, my mother didn't take pride in being light-skinned. My mother used to say, Claude, I wish I was your color or darker. She used to say, because I felt bad being able to go in some places that they'll let me I'll be able to go in and go get some things in a grocery store when we were growing up. And then my darker color friends would have to be standing outside of the door. Her darker color, my mother went through going through grammar school and high school for the darker colored girls, couldn't walk into a grocery store, and she had to be the only one because, of course, she was bright. Her and my Auntie Ethel and Auntie Thelma, they were bright colored people. So they would let them come in to the grocery store so they could get their friends some things from the store back then. My mama was born in 36. So let me put a time stamp on that. My mother was born in 1936. My daddy was born in 30. So my parents went through Jim Crow. They lived through total Jim Crow. So real money, it matters. It matters to me because my mother couldn't drink at a white sink. Real money. It might don't matter to you because that's your grandmama, whatever they went through. No, my mama could not sit on the front of the bus. My mother could not go to white areas and be comfortable. My mother was led into back doors to get her friends something that they wouldn't even let in the store. And my mother still had to go to the back door because this was a white entrance and this was a black entrance. So it matters, real money, because I'm the first descendant from that. So what doesn't matter to you, it matters a hell of a lot of what we went through in this country. We went through a lot in this country. So yes, Black lives matter, but all lives matter to me. Yes, all lives matter, but Black lives actually absolutely matters to me. So all lives matter and Black lives really matter to me. And how they're played and how they are ignored, disenfranchised, neglected, rejected, disrespected. Asia Wilson has been this since this girl then came into this league. Y'all honorarily, every day, daily disrespect Asia Wilson, real money. You and your partners over there. You act as if Asia Wilson don't even exist in this game. You play games as if Asia Wilson is not her. Because you want to see the white girl prevail and the Black girl fail. Because that's what it is. I'm going to keep it a bizzle, right? We keep it a bizzle, real mizzle. For shizzle. Bars. You guys think that it's Caitlin Clark hate when I say Asia Wilson is better than Caitlin Clark. Are you stupid? Do you have any cognizance of basketball credibility? Because if you can't realize and understand that Asia Wilson is the greatest player of all time that's active right now, something is wrong with you. It ain't me, it's you. And we know your bottom line of that. Yes. Breanna Stewart exists. One of the most decorated women in basketball of all time. Why aren't we talking about Breanna Stewart? The race between Asia and the Breanna Stewart? Because you don't want to. You drunk the sauce. Caitlin Clark is not better than Stewie. No way you can even put it together. There's no way you could even put it together, the demerits. You mean to tell me all of the winning Breanna Stewart, the only one right now that's playing active that won all 4 years of basketball in college and a champion, a multiple champion in the WNBA, an MVP, and you trying to put Caitlin Clark in that category? The nonsense. You don't do it in men because you know us as men, it's motto on motto. You know the bullshit that you come and you try to bring that type of shit in the back in the barbershop and you try to talk about you're saying you actually saying that who can I think of? I can't. My man on LA. What's his name? What's the LA basketball player name? The guard. Not Luca. What's Reeves. You saying that Reese, you trying to make us believe that Reese is better than a GOAT. Let's put it in male perspective. You saying that Reese better than right now one of the GOATs that's active, LeBron James, because that's what you was doing. Just say Reeves is better than all the basketball players. Let's put it in real perspective. Now I'm finna put your manhood on the line because you're not gonna say Reeves is better than the GOAT that's active right now. But you like to play those games because they're women. You're not gonna say that though. You're trying to say that Steve Nash was the greatest basketball player of all time. That's what you're saying. You're saying that Steve Nash is the greatest basketball player. Let's put it in the male's perspective because that's what you're saying. That shows me you have no basketball IQ and you trolling. You trolling. I have something to talk about because you don't like, so I'm seeing that you don't like to be pressed. And you don't want to actually confess and say, okay, I know that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on that team. That's just actual facts. That's what we're talking about here. And it's like I have to bring up some history and some examples because you saying Steve Nash is better than Michael Jordan. That's what you're saying. And it's it. So if you think that Steve Nash is better than Michael Jordan, then that's, hey, we know you real crazy. we just know you real crazy and you just ain't got nothing else to do. And you come to the chat to troll. So now that I put you on the hot seat, now you all your panties all up in the bunch. I'm just saying. Hypothetically. Your drawers or whatever, your shorts or whatever it is. You uptight because I said that Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the Indiana Fever and she's up for MVP. They don't like that, see chat. I know. They while they all your people up in Twitter X, real money, talking about what Angel Reese done. Yeah, shots fired. Almost listen, shots fired. When you shoot at Angel, shots fired.
Got him!
And that's all it is to it. Because when you come with me and shoot at my girl, that's all you get. Nothing but these bullets. Nothing but these bullets. Nothing but these bullets. Bob Jones, she's just not better than Kelsey Mitchell. She's good. She's a great player. She's just not better than Kelsey Mitchell. She's not the best person on the Indiana Fever. That's all. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all right. She probably will be the best player, but she's not. The claim of her being the best player for the last 3 years, that's not true. Stop lying. It's okay. It takes a team to win. Yes. Aaliyah Boston arguably was the better player last year.
Message from Homewood Blossom.
Hello, Rice and Family. Look, Baltimore High School. Please now, current hardship our community is facing. The aftermath of this weather and resulting power outages. To do our part to fill any gaps in resources, we are again inviting our HF families in need to pick up sandwiches and water from the North Building today, August 14th, between 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m.
Some people don't got food today in Chicago, y'all, because of how the storm was. I just want to show y'all that impact is really bad out here, man. I'm in here arguing with Will Money, and it's a war zone outside. What's really the real thing, the main thing is that we got a cultural attack. We got a cultural attack on the truth. And A'ja Wilson is the GOAT and the most dominant force that we've ever seen in basketball, ever. She about to win another MVP. And you guys are playing games talking about Caitlin Clark is better than this woman. So that's what mamas had to do with it. That's what respect had to do with it. See, I ain't gonna let nobody come in my house and have their shoes on, coming up in my house and then walking all through my house with your damn shoes on. That's disrespectful. This is my house. And you take off your goddamn shoes off at the door. And then I will allow you to walk through my house. This is A'ja Wilson. And y'all disrespecting her house. And y'all better understand who the GOAT is. Because right now we watching greatness. She just turned 30. She still got 7 more years at least as a big in this game. So eat it, take it, and leave it alone. So, y'all, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. I'm glad that y'all been able to come and share some love with me. It says, Bro Claude, don't waste your time on this conversation. Steve Nash himself tells you, I'm nowhere close to Jordan. Let it go, bro. He mad at insane comment. He made an insane comment. That don't bother me, Real Money. See, I told y'all they was in Twitter X talking about 8 points. Talk about 15 rebounds, 4 blocks, and 3 steals. She wasn't the best player on the team last night. It was twinsy work. The best player on the team was Allisha Gray and Rhyne Howard last night, for as points is concerned. But the impact of the game, it was Angel. It was a 3-headed monster. Angel knows she can't win no game by herself. Y'all convinced that Caitlin Clark could win totally by herself. Matter of fact, y'all do want them other players so she could get her assist up and just say, pass it now, just make the basket. That's Caitlin Clark's too. But I'm going to leave it alone and I'm going to let it go. Hey, Shirley, what's up, my sister? So y'all, listen, if you would like to donate to the channel, please donate to the channel. Support the channel, of course. Y'all want to give something. She wins. You super late. You gonna have to get it on the playback, baby niece. God, dog. You up in your kiosk with your feet up and then just not getting in here. What is you doing? Well, I'll tell you about these young people today. I'm just saying. Hogbone. I love you too, Real Money. You already know. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I know you real like that we've had them conversations. But I don't want to see what happens, Real Money, because you my nephew, I have to be tough on you because these other people, they watching this show and you really deep down feel what I'm saying. You really believe in, your mom, black woman, you really believe in that. But these other people watch and what we put into the chat and they think that that's real though. And they really feel that this young lady is the best you've ever seen. Happy Friday, everybody. That's what she wins. Want to tell everybody with her little lace up in here, coming and seeing her uncle show late. You finna get it on the playback. That's what you finna do. You know, absolutely, Bob Jones. On paper, CC should be third option. Her job is to move the ball past shooting guards and bigs in the paint. Absolutely. Bob Jones, no ball. I've always said that about you, Bob Jones. You know, Bob. I like it. Listen, y'all. Turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Give to the channel. Be a part of the channel. You can join the channel. But I just first want you guys to subscribe. I only got 20. The magic number is 20. Let's try to get 20 subscribers. Send it and share this video with people who have not been shared with. We only need a dub to get there. We only need a dub to get there, chat. And I know you guys can get us there. 20 is the magic number for 5,000. It's going to be a celebration like Rick James, bitch. I love y'all, man. Listen, hey, leave me in the comments what you think about the playoff run and who really is going to win the chip. Leave it in the comments, man. I like to hear from y'all always in the comments. And those of y'all that be mad because I said something about Caitlin Clark, keep the main thing the main thing. And if I'm not saying the truth, you fact check it. And you prove to me that she is the best player in the WNBA. That's what you have to do. Prove it to me. So, y'all, I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do. I leave as I came with another banger. Yeah, man, we out of here, chat. I see you tonight on the Players Club. And then me and MSL gonna get down and get one off tonight. Late tonight, we'll be up in the morning.